Yeah, baby. Baby, won't you come on? Can I keep you on my mind? But first off, I'ma start by saying this.
KJ Williams, head strength and conditioning coach at John Paul II. Talk about our philosophy here. I'm really big on what the guys eat, their hydration, the food that they put in their body. That's key for success as far as what's going to happen in the weight room. To make sure that the guys are hydrating properly, make sure they're getting the proper amount of water and replenishing those electrolytes in their body after a workout. Also making sure that they eat the right things. You know, we have some guys that need to lose weight, some guys that need to gain weight. So with the guys that need to gain weight, we want to make sure they're eating a lot of peanut butter, getting that chocolate milk in their system, getting the proper proteins in their body to help correlate the things that we're going to do in the weight room. For the guys that want to lose weight, making sure they're having good nutritious meals that's not going to take away from their core nutrition value. A lot of guys try to go and diet thin. You don't need to diet thin. You just need to eat the proper things to put in your body to set up for success. So, you know, for our strength conditioning program, we like to start with what the guys drink and eat and how they treat their bodies for ultimate success. A little bit about our linear speed program. Here we use stride frequency plus stride length. Okay, so what we're going to do in our linear speed is going to directly correlate straight to that. Okay, we have the turnover drill where the mini hurdles will be tight and they predict your stride length for you. You'll start off with a great stride frequency and then elongate your stride as you go through, finishing strong at the end. Okay, this is a great drill. It's great for development. It's great for at the high school level. It's great at the college level. Did this at the college level with great athletes. It still helped their mechanics because now you're working cheek to cheek in a defined, confined space. So I love the turnover drill. Another drill that we have is the alley. Okay, the alley is we're going to force production. Okay, we have chains connected to a bungee so that you have some kind of weighted resistance. Okay, we also have the sled so that way you get the proper lean and the proper leg drive of running. Okay, these drills are done to force production. We're pushing something and we have some resistance. They're free runners for conditioning and also to help with the chains. Okay, in our linear speed program, like we said, stride frequency plus stride length. So with that being said, with the sleds, we have stride length. Those guys are going to be pumping their legs, trying to get as long as they can. Okay, with the chains, we get stride frequency because there's a whole lot lighter resistance. They can really turn over, which brings the turnover drill into the alley drill. The next drill that we might have is the multiple starts. Multiple starts are awesome because, you know, in sport, we don't know how we're going to start. We get in awkward positions, so they're going to start from a seated position, a standing position, on one knee, on their back, just really working the muscle confusion and the proper way to get up and then transition in our feet into turn into linear speed. Okay, we spend about 30% of our time focusing on linear speed. The other time we spend on agility and eccentric work and getting ready to slow ourselves down so that we can stay free from injury. The next drill we have the ladder plyo combo. Okay, I like to do this drill on a linear day so that way we work our lateral footwork movement. They're going to do combo drills with a ladder, icky shuffle to 1 foot each hole, 2 feet each hole, working lateral scissors into a tire hop where they jump in the tire, out the tire, back in the tire, off to the left, out. So as soon as they hit the ground, they break into a dead sprint. Okay, this is how we create power from the jumps, the plyometrics, being able to jump and generate power from 2 feet to hitting the ground. Okay, so that's kind of how we believe in our linear program. We also do other things as far as parachute runs, just straight starts, hill sprints. But today we focused on what we had outside, and I think it was awesome for us. As far as the weight room is concerned, we are a ground-based program. So what that means is we're going to do a lot more pulls than we are going to do pushes. Okay, we love the lower body. We try to focus on gaining mass in the lower body and endurance in the upper body. We want strong core. Okay, we want to try to build body armor. I tell people all the time that I'm not just building a body, I'm building an athlete. So with that being said, I want to focus on the target areas, okay? So not every athlete's going to have the same target areas. I have defensive backs that need to work on their body armor on the upper body. I have linebackers who need to work on their lower body. So we try to treat every athlete different at the same time while maintaining our a true core. My job is difficult. I have to have guys adapt to my coaching style. Some people get it, some people don't. I need to be able to put them in tough situations, and at the same time, they know that I'm looking out for their best interest. Sometimes that job is challenging, but at other times it's rewarding. So just knowing that, a guy trusts you that much and that he can put the things that he's striving for in your hands and trust you to take him to the right direction is something that I get instant gratification from, and I love it. I'm fortunate here at John Paul II to have great other strength conditioning coach, Matt Sawyer. I like to call him my meat and potatoes. He gets in there. He's the grit of the program. He's going to get after it. He's intense. And the guys are going to continue to work for him. Not saying that they won't for me, but Matt brings a great intensity to the program that we love. Like I said once before, we're a ground-based program. So if you notice, today was hang cleans. Okay, some guys go and they do a deadlift, and then they set up for a hang clean to do the clean. We like that because athletes get another pull. Way too many times in high school, athletes do a lot of bench press and they care about their bench press number, and they don't strengthen their lower back by doing the proper amount of pulls. So here at John Paul II, we believe in pull and squatting as our core, and we're going to build endurance with our upper body and body armor. As far as our freshmen is concerned, we like to train our freshmen significantly different than we do our older guys. The freshmen are going to go through the progression for about 3 weeks. If you notice, they're just doing clean high pull. They won't be doing the full clean. I want them to get comfortable with the movement enough to where they feel comfortable with rolling their wrist under and snapping their elbows through. We need to do a lot of reps until the weight gets, until they feel it get weightless. Working on triple extension coming out of the ankles, the knees, and the hips. Once the freshmen master that, then we can progress on to the other lift. If you notice, we got goblet squat going on. We got some dumbbell high pulls. These are all functional things, and we add chains to our body weight. These are functional movements to keep us safe from injury, to work small fibers in the knee and then the lower back and in the hips. Also, another pull in with the dumbbell high pulls. We try to focus on, our lower back, strengthening our lower body and our core, and building endurance with our upper body. Being here in Texas, we have to think hydration, hydration, hydration. It's really important that we hydrate our athletes properly. We try to make sure that there's the proper amount of water and that they're taking in the proper amount of water. A kid should never have to ask me, Coach, can I go get a drink of water? It's an understood. Being here in Texas, we're going to get change of weather, hot scorching weather, all the way down to rain. And we can't predict that. So, even in the game, there's always an opportunity for an athlete to get a drink. So we're big on hydration. As far as our nutrition is concerned, we have our training table to make sure that we get the proper amount of calories. I try to tell my athletes to take their weight times 25, and that's the amount of calories we should be consuming to gain the proper weight that we need. But with that being said, making sure we're putting the proper things in our body. That doesn't mean fill it up with Doritos and Cheetos and things like that, but let's get the proper things in. Let's get fish, let's get chicken, let's get broccoli, let's get carrots, let's get macaroni and cheese, let's get peanut butter, almonds. All the goody fats that'll to build a strong athlete. I like to tell kids, I can take a kid that benches 225 and get him to 315. But like Ben Herbert says at Arkansas and Wisconsin, if you show a kid, a picture of himself before and after, and when they ate their proper things, how that translated to the way their bodies look, it makes the world of difference. So, here at John Paul II, we're going to build an athlete. We're not necessarily going to build a bodybuilder. I'm not here to win a 1-rep max. Here at John Paul II, we're blessed to have some of the best facilities in the country. We have 2 weight rooms. We have 24 racks total. We have a brand new football field that's been placed out there with line for lacrosse, women's lacrosse, soccer, and also football, so we can get multiple things done. Around our school, we have conditioning hills, so we just don't have one hill. We have a hill that connects and goes all the way around our school. We also have rolling hills for our eccentric work where an athlete can sprint, slow themselves down into another sprint, slow themselves down into another sprint, which keeps us safe from injury. We have top-of-the-line training facility, full training room with ice tubs, 2 full-time trainers to fit our needs as far as our injured players are concerned and injury prevention. So, in our program, we're going to start with nutrition, then we're going to start with the proper way to run, and then the proper way to lift. Going to help us reach our goal at the end of success. Here at John Paul II, we like to say pride, okay? Personal responsibility and everyday excellence. With that being said, we try to go out and get that every day and, try to strive for excellence every single day. My job is to put the athletes in a position to make them successful. And I try to do that in everything that we do.
Yeah, strength and conditioning this year has been really nice. We've been out here in the field. We just gone getting nice and conditioned, coming to the weight room, getting nice and swole, and getting prepared for this season. And I'm pretty excited for this season. I think we're gonna have a good year and all that.
We've been really good in strength conditioning this year, especially the off season. Helped me come back from my ankle injury and really recover. And I think as a team we've gotten better, we've grown closer, and we've definitely gained a lot of weight. Me, myself, I've gained around 15 pounds, and I'm really pumped for this upcoming season.
My name is Matt Sawyer, strength conditioning coach here at John Paul II. My basic philosophy is I like to create a lot of controlled chaos. I don't like a lot of standing around the weight room. If you're not working, you're not right. Okay, in between sets, we're doing abs, push-ups, manual neck. Usually, like when I like to put a workout together, I like to have 4 main lifts. I like to have 3 main lifts: a clean, a bench, and a squat. Outside of those 3 main lifts, besides that, everything else changes every day. I like to make a new workout every single day. Usually, we'll have 4 days out the week we'll work out. Be it Monday and Wednesday will be a lower body day. Tuesday and Thursday will be an upper body day. If for some reason we can't get in 4 days out the week, I'd much rather have a lower body day, an extra lower body day, than an extra upper body day. I'm huge on squats, cleans, a lot of explosion lifts. But as I said, usually a squat day. Squat will be our main lift on a Monday with some sort of a clean, split jerk, snatch will be a secondary lift for us on that same Monday. And then on Wednesday, it'll be opposite. Outside of that, we like to do a lot of different auxiliary lifts. We'll do single leg deadlift, straight leg deadlift, goblet squats. We'll put in box squats. I'm not a huge fan of going from the ground up on a deadlift, but I will do a box deadlift. I mean, those are some of the things I like to work with lower back. I'm huge and when we're doing upper body workouts, to not only work the chest, but work the upper back. I feel like there's a lot of different muscles in the back, and it doesn't necessarily get worked all the time by a lot of different strength programs. So me and Coach Williams are really strict on making sure we get not only the lower back, but the upper back on our upper body days. Another thing we usually try to preach to our athletes is drinking a lot of water. Drinking something I like to preach to them after workouts is go find you some chocolate milk. Drink a lot of chocolate milk, usually after workouts. Big on protein, make sure they're having a big breakfast. Good sized lunch before we come in, usually maybe a higher carb lunch. And then when they get to dinner, maybe not as many carbs, since carbs sit on you heavy and they're more for energy. When you get there at nighttime, usually you go to sleep right after you do your homework or maybe eat some dinner. And so we don't want those carbs staying on. So I usually preach to eat a lot of protein and vegetables at nighttime. For me, my part of the program, Coach Williams is more the calmer guy, the one that's really telling them to spot behind, do different things like that. I'm more the grit guy. I like to go fast. I like to move everything really fast. So I'm more the get after people, let's get moving, get lower. I'm more the screamer, the yeller, the hard-nosed coach. And me and Coach Williams, we really work together well that way because of his philosophy and my philosophy. They really correlate with each other. So, both of us, with both of our styles, we have a very good thing going over here on John Paul II. You have to stay on your heels. You understand me? Both of y'all are squatting. Is that clear? The squat's like a wall sit. Right?
Hey, if you think this group's gonna win, stand over here. If you think this group's gonna win, stand over here. Hey, obviously, again, if you're not loud and there's no fight, the loser has to do
Back
that
up!
with me.
Back up!
Okay? Is that clear?
You got the shades on.
Ready? Go!
Hey, y'all break it. Hey, great job. Great job. Way to compete. All right.